Hi everyone, I'm Rachel Tessman from StampYourArtOut.com, and I'm here to give you another live paper crafting class here on my Stamp Your Art Out with Rachel Facebook page. Thank you for joining in. If you are watching this on YouTube or watching on Facebook at a later time or date, thanks for watching at that time, because I still have fun things to share with you, right? Even if you can't be live with me. So comments, let's just talk about that for a minute, because when I am live, you can actually join in. I do have my friend here with me, by the way. My friend Julie is with me. So she's going to check some comments for questions and things like that that I might not notice, because those of you that join in with me, hi Brianna and Carol, nice to see you. Those of you that join live with me on a regular basis know that that is the one thing that I'm so bad at. I'm so bad at catching comments, but I love to read them after. So please, please, please share where you're from. Give helpful tips if I neglect to say something, something that maybe you know that I don't know. I love it when people add their information in. If you also have questions, please post them, especially today, because Julie's going to help me as much as she can. Do you want to say hi one more time?
Hi.
Julie is visiting with me. It was her birthday yesterday, so we're going to go out for lunch today. We're going to have a fun afternoon. So, hey, it's Dawn. Dawn GJ. I love it. Thanks for coming on live with me, you guys. This is awesome. All right, so I have some new products to share with you today, and these new products aren't available until November 1st, and then you only have through the month of November to get them. So it's kind of like a hurry up, right? Very pretty stuff. So first I'm going to be sharing all of those images, then I will post, then I will share live with you the measurements and supplies that you'll need for the card that I'm going to demonstrate, and it's a really cool card. It takes a lot of steps though, so I'm going to do all the little parts for it first, and then I'm going to walk you through the whole folding of it and putting it together all at once, okay? So who do we have with us? We have Tiffany. Tiffany's with us, and Karen and Charlotte. This is awesome. Oh, I'm so excited. Okay, oh, also, with your comments, if you are commenting, you get entered into the prize drawing. So there will be a prize drawing at the end for some fun products, some consumable products. Yay, yay, yay. And the prize drawing may or may not be live. Julie is going to ask me something.
No, I can't get mine.
You can't get it to, oh, just refresh your screen. Sometimes when you just refresh. Or you close out. She's trying to see the comments on her phone. But that's okay if you can't. Because really, that is where, I mean, I'll just do it the way I normally do, right? Where I don't see everyone's comments as they come in. It's okay. She's going to try, though. She's going to try to help me out with comments. And if she can't, that's okay. But if you comment, if you share the broadcast and you comment that you shared the broadcast, those comments are going to get you into the prize drawing. And I may not be able to do it live. I'm using a whole different program today for drawing winners. So I will try to see if it works. And if it doesn't, we'll just draw afterwards. And I'm going to draw one live for sure. And then I thought I would save the other one for next week. I know, kind of weird, but I'm going to try it. We're just going to change up the prize drawing thing a little bit, but you'll get to see them all. So, good morning, Amy from Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. Oh my gosh, I got tongue twisted. So let's go ahead and look at the table here, and I'm going to show you the fun products. So Snowflake Showcase, it's coming up. And these are some beautiful examples that Stampin' Up! Artists have made for us. And on this page of the flyer, which you can download off of my website, you can see that there are two different stamp sets. There's this one here, and then there's this one here. This is Snow is Glistening. That's the one I'm going to demonstrate today. And this one is Happiness Surrounds. And both of them coordinate with a set of dies. And then there's also some fun little extras. These snowflake trinkets and the white velvet sheets that actually feel like flocked paper. Really pretty stuff. So let's look at them now up close this way. So here's the Snow is Glistening set. And I have to tell you, because this is kind of funny, maybe Vicki is going to be on with me live, but Vicki is one of my demonstrators in my team, a friend of mine. She's also she's my assistant, one of my assistants, and she comes in one time and we're looking at this and she goes, yeah, I'm not so sure about that tree. And I said, I don't know either. I'm not real fond of it. But you have to see the card that I made with it because actually now I love the tree. So we're going to use that set. And then we're going to use the coordinating dies and look at all of these dies. There's 20 of them. 20 of these dies. 2 of them are the same. This one here is matched with this one over here. But then there's ones that look similar, like here and here, but they're going in a different direction. And even this one looks like a snowflake that would match one of these, but slightly larger. So you get lots of different snowflakes with that. In fact, I'm going to peel off one that we're going to use and another one that we're going to use. 2 of my favorites in here. This is kind of like a little swirl. And that set of thinlits, by the way, again, all of this is November 1st, is called Snowflake Thinlits, or Snowfall Thinlits Dies. So don't go in order today because you can't get them today. This is the Happiness Surround set. I'm not going to use this today, but I love all of these words. In fact, I even used a couple of these words the last time I broadcasted in my other cards. So I think I gave you an introduction to it. And then this is just a little bit of my flocked velvet white paper that I have some left over from a make and take that I did with my team. And then these are the little trinkets. So let's take a peek at those real close. So you get a bunch of those, 2 different styles. Pretty stuff, right? Julie's laughing. She still can't pull up the comments, I think.
84 comments already. I'm so behind.
Oh, you're so cute. All right. So let's look at the measurements first. So I'm going to move you to the computer. Here we go. Here are the supplies that you will need, and then the paper or the consumables are listed over here. So even though I don't have cardstock, like the Night of Navy, Whisper White, Silver Glimmer paper, all that stuff, that's not listed here, but it's listed over here along with measurements. So all of these are basically supplies. And you can take a screenshot of this whole thing, or you can wait because I will post it on my blog on Saturday. So I know, gorgeous, right, Pamela? Really pretty things. What else? Let's see here.
I'm just going to sneak in behind you because...
Oh, she's going to sneak in behind you. She's going to join me.
I was not going to be in the video, but I have to be because I realized
yay. Well, let's all say hi to Julie. Hi, Julie. She's going to read the comments that are on my iPad that are in front of me. But for some reason, I just don't look up.
Do you want me to read all of them or just
no.
questions?
No, just questions.
Okay, that's what
I mean,
okay.
I love it that Terry said love the swirl, but I can read that later.
Okay.
And Terry, I do too. It's the best. Okay, so we're going to bring in, let's go ahead and set this up so we can see our table. And we're going to move to the live stuff now. We're going to do parts and pieces. Here is my big shot. So those of you that are beginning stampers, you may not want to say, hey, I'm going to get started today with paper crafting because all of this stuff really adds up. The big shot itself is 110. It comes with the platforms and stuff. This is an extra platform. So, I mean, I'm using a lot of different products today. But those of you that have been crafting for a while, you can kind of maybe add to what you have. A lot of you have this wonderful tool called the Big Shot. And then if you're a beginner, just take it in. Take it all in because you're going to gain some information from this. At least you will get a fun fold card idea. And oh my gosh, my cutting mats are dirty. So dirty. Sorry. Okay, putting my hand on top. You get to hear my table squeak and make noise. Oh, all right, here we go. So I've got that cut, and I'm going to pull that out with a die cutting, or a die brush, it's called. And then from this scrap here, I'm going to cut my little swirl. Oh, see the magnetic platform? Do you see how that works? It has magnets throughout here, but they kind of pull in certain directions sometimes. We have to make sure that it behaves itself before we flatten it down. I'm so embarrassed that my cutting mat is filthy. So it doesn't, okay, sometimes Rachel's computer doesn't want to play.
Yeah. She was just telling me not to feel bad.
Oh, yes, yes. And she was on her phone, so it was her phone.
Yeah, I realized that some of your viewers probably have privacy settings, so I wasn't seeing all the comments.
Oh.
So that's why I had to come over here.
Oh, that's interesting. Oh, you know what we get to do today? we get to put confetti on my floor.
Woohoo!
I'm going to zoom in a little bit here. So this is the die brush, and I leave my dies inside my paper like that. And then I go like this, and I just hold it up in the air. I know that it comes with a little spongy thing that you can put behind it, but I don't like doing that because it kind of makes my paper fold and bend, and I don't know. There we go.
Cindy Clark said we can't see it. I'm not sure what.
You can't see it?
I'm not sure what she's referring to.
Oh, bummer. Well, hopefully the rest of you can, because I can see it in my my fake table is moving. I can see it in my camera here.
Oh, maybe she meant she couldn't see the dirt on your die thing.
Oh.
I bet is what she meant.
Got it. All right, so here's the swirl, and I just cut that from a scrap of white. And then this one, oh my gosh, this is gorgeous. And you have to die cut this one smack dab in the middle of your paper. This is the paper that I listed in the supplies. This is the 4" by 4 1/4" Whisper White. So, oh, I feel like I didn't die cut it all the way. Oh, I didn't. Oh my gosh. Hang on. That means that's another good reason to keep it in the paper like this, because then you can crank it through another time. We're going to do that. Sorry, you guys. Sometimes you have to send it through more than twice. All right, let's try that. Always check the bottom. Oh, much better. Do you see that? That's much better. Okay. So now we can see all the little cuts coming through there. So I'm going to go ahead and keep brushing this little thing on here like that. And we're almost through. So this piece is going to be saved, the outside piece. So don't throw that away. That is not a scrap. And this, oops, as I throw it, this is going to stay within it. So we kind of have to like put that back in the puzzle piece. Maybe Julie can do that for me.
Sure.
Oh, actually that's not bad. Look at that.
Perfect.
Okay, that worked. Yay. But you know what you could do for me?
What?
So that they're not bored? You could take any other little pieces out and just throw them on my floor.
Okay. I love throwing things on the floor.
All right. So now we have to do another prep piece, and that is going to be, that is going to be our ribbon. And you guys have seen me do the ribbon before. This is, let me toss that off to the side. This is the Silver Edge Metallic Ribbon. I love this stuff. I love it, love it, love it. I'm going to zoom in just a tad more so you can see what's happening here. So it's white on each side with silver edges. We have the gold as well. Sorry, I'm going to use the other end of my blends marker. We have gold edged metallic ribbon as well that is more of a vanilla color, and this works with either one of them. So I'm just coming along here with my blends marker, which is an alcohol-based marker, and it is changing the color of my ribbon from white to navy. And look at that. On the other side, it colors right through, which is why you want to have scrap paper down so it doesn't ruin your table, your workspace, even your fake table. I was joking about that beforehand, that you guys know that this is just a little piece of, I don't know what it's called, that foam stuff. Foam core?
Foam board.
Foam board, yeah, and I just put some of this wood grain looking paper over the top of it. So a little tip for those of you that are demonstrators out there, if you're trying to make a nice little table for your videos that you do, that's how I did it. I do want a real beautiful table someday, but right now I just have a flat one. Okay, so I'm going to set this off to the side to dry because it's a little bit moist. And then I'm needing to stamp, and yeah, I have to stamp a few pieces. How's that? Is that ready?
Yeah, I only
Awesome.
got to poke one little teeny piece out.
Oh, the other one fell out by itself because I
Yeah.
think there were a couple in there. Oh, well. All right, so I'm going to stamp with my Night of Navy ink pad. And am I zoomed in too close for this now? I'm going to zoom just a little bit further out. Okay, so there is my Night of Navy ink with the word joy. So this is one of the images that comes in that set. And I'm going to stamp it down here. I planned that, actually. I did. Because I knew I was going to punch out my 1 1/4 inch with my 1 1/4 inch circle punch, the joy. And always turn your punches upside down. It makes it a lot easier to see where you're going. And always stamp first if you can. And then with this punch, which which layers really well with it. This is the 1 3/8 inch scallop circle punch. I'm going to punch from a super large scrap of silver metallic paper because it's the smallest scrap I had. I think I used up all my other metallic paper. Okay, so these two will layer together like that. I just noticed, I don't know if you guys noticed, but I have some ink on my fingers. Oh dear, that's not something I like. Oh well, I'm gonna have to wash my hands later. Those of you that know me know I am not a messy stamper. I like to be clean. All right, let's grab this stamp. This is the one that says sending, I don't know what it says. We're gonna have to ink it up and find out. Sending something. A blizzard of wishes. Sending a blizzard of wishes. Like that. There we go. So we've stamped that onto our 5/8 inch by 4 1/4 inch Whisper White, which will layer perfectly onto this strip that I've already pre-cut, which is just a tad bigger. Okay, so that's going to go there. And I think we have all of our parts. I'm trying to think if there's anything else that's missing. I think we've done it all. Now I get to walk you through the whole card. I'm so excited. Okay, so we've got our parts ready to go. This is called a step panel card. And a step panel card allows you to stand it up. It actually has 2 steps on it, and they have panels on the front. Watch this.
Cindy wants to know how you can be a busy stamper and stay clean.
Oh, that's a great question.
It's impossible.
Well, okay, so Julie is just like me, so I don't know why she said it's impossible. We're both neat freaks. For some reason, when we paper crafted stuff, we have to have like everything, I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. Anyways, I don't know how we do it. There, I'll just say that. Not sure. But it happens that we typically don't get messy. So I'm putting my cardstock in horizontally into my trimmer. Normally when you cut at 4 1/4 inches, you're cutting it in half this way because that creates, here I'll just show you here, that creates a card base that is able to be, no, that's not one that I wanted. Maybe this one? Nope. I don't have any that open up tall. Okay, never mind. But 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 is the typical size for an envelope. And so, let's see, yeah, a little bit. So basically, you know, this is the width that goes into the envelope is the 4 1/4. But I'm gonna turn it this way because we want this part here to be a little bit shorter. And
Charlotte would like you to zoom out a little bit. Please.
Zoom out a little bit? Oh, but I was going to show you the measurements. So can I zoom in first and then I will zoom out?
Okay.
Okay. So now I'm going to show you some measurements. And sorry, Charlotte. So it's at 4 1/4, and we're going to cut here. And we're going to actually get 2 cards from one piece of 8 1/2 by 11 cardstock. So now I'm cutting the second piece, but I'm not going to do 2 cards today. I'm going to set that one aside. And this last piece is 2 1/2 inches wide. So when I put that in, I cut it in half at 4 1/4. All of these are 4 1/4 cuts. I have 2 more pieces, one for the card that I threw off to the side and one for the one that I'm going to demonstrate. Okay? Now we'll zoom out just a little bit here. There we go. So let's go ahead and take, oh, and we got a score. So hang on, I might have to zoom in again. Sorry. Now we're going to score these papers because we have to have certain folds in them. So I'm going to lift up the arm on my trimmer, and I'm going to start out with my first, there we go, sorry. My first score line is going to be right at the 1/2 inch mark. That's right here. And I'm going to use just my scoring blade, which I mark on my trimmer. I do not mark my cutting one because that one gets interchanged often, but my scoring blade pretty much stays there all the time. So I score that. And then I'm going to flip it around, and I've got my score mark in there. It's just easier than doing it this way first because I have more to hang on to. But I'm going to move it to 1 1/2 inches and score. So I have a 1/2 inch, 1 1/2. This one is at 3 inches, and this one's at 4 inches. I'm going to move that aside. I'm going to do 2 measurements of scoring on this one. So a 1/2 inch, flip it around, 1 1/2 inches. And that's all we need for that. I want to give credit to Kelly Atchison. I watched her video to see some step panel card ideas, when I was previously making these about a month ago for a swap. And I thought hers, thank you Kelly, had really good measurements and ideas because she didn't use a lot of layers. In fact, I'm using way less layers even, but you can see these step panel cards out there if you Pinterest them or Google them or whatever, and typically there are a lot of layers. This is a very low maintenance, easy to replicate and make a bunch of type of step panel cards. Okay, so we now have our scores and they're all folded. We're going to add tear and tape adhesive. So how's everyone doing out there? You guys commenting so that you get in on the prize drawing? I hope so. And that's my friend Julie. If you're coming in late, say hi to Julie, everyone. Julie I have known since maybe kindergarten, first grade. We've been friends for a long time. Okay, so I put tear and tape adhesive along the 2 half-inch sections. And this one I'm going to flip over and I'm going to put a couple pieces here. Just like this. And tear and tape, if you notice, you can just tear it. Usually I ruin a little bit of the cardstock underneath. Oh, see? I somehow catch cardstock underneath and it gets a little bit on my tape, but that's okay. Not going to worry about it. All right, so now let's go ahead and we're going to do this step first, then the designer paper, and then this piece. So you need to have this one in between, otherwise you're not going to be able to fit your designer paper in there. So we're going to peel off the backing, and this is where your take a pick tool comes in handy.
Thank you, Charlotte.
Aww. All right, so Charlotte, by the way, said, I love your smile, Julie. Yeah, those of you that are watching afterwards, you know, on YouTube or whatever, you don't always see the comments. So we sometimes have to say what they say.
Gotcha.
So I'm going to go ahead and tape this piece to the back, but I'm going to fold it flat to do so. And in order to do that, we have all these score lines, right? So it's not going to be the 4-inch one. It's going to be, oh, there we go. It's not going to be the 4-inch. It's going to be the 3-inch one. So we're going to fold at that 3-inch mark, and then we're going to tuck this underneath and fold it flat. And that's how you get that. I know, this is a really pretty one, Eileen. You're going to love it. So now this goes on next, and I had to put that in between because there's so many times where I'm demoing this card, and I almost forget to put the designer paper on. So this card I demonstrated for my team a couple times, one with my sister demonstrators and one with my the team of people who have signed up under me. And yeah, it's just every time I almost forget that. So I'm glad I put it there. Put it there for yourself too. You'll want to remember it. Okay, so now we're going to peel the backings off of this piece. So what happens if they comment, Julie? Do you remember?
What?
They get in on the
prize drawing.
Yeah, so make sure you are commenting. I forget to tell people and remind people about that, but you don't, I mean, this is a free class, a free chance at getting a prize. It's a win-win situation. It's really worth it. So why not comment, right? And be nice in your comments, please.
Vicki, Rachel really is a great teacher. She
Oh,
really is.
Thank you, Vicki. So when I'm folding this flat again, because I want to make sure I can get this piece on, I'm folding it so it kind of makes it as long as possible. So I'm folding at that same 3-inch score line that I had before. And by the way, the Vicki that just commented, she is the one that helps me in my paper crafting room, getting ready for all kinds of fun things. So.
What DSP navy are you using?
Thank you. Yes, sometimes I forget to say that because I think, oh gosh, I have them in my supply list. But yeah, this is the Regals. No, this is the Neutrals. I think I wrote Regals down. I did. It's not Regals, it's Neutrals. It's the Neutrals designer paper, and it's monochromatic pieces.
Can I go back?
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh, you thought the step panel card was something else? Oh, who was that said that? Amy? Okay. Well, you know what? Here's the thing with cards. Sometimes we have to make up our own names or whatever, but this is what I've seen it called. It might be called something, or there might be another card out there, but I'm calling it a step panel. And winning internationally. Okay, here's the thing with that, Anna. I can't send product to you, but I can send the card, because it's from me. It's not a Stampin' Up! Product. So yes, I will send the card if you win. Okay? All right, so what I'm doing is I put that piece down this way, and now I've got this flattened down still, and I'm tucking this one in like that. So now I've got my step panel card, and it's going to stand up. Watch. Yay! See? All right, so let's decorate it. Let's go ahead and add some stuff. This piece goes around. Oh wait, we have to put this on the back first.
Vicky Celix? Go ahead and comment. You can always go back and rewatch the video if you need to.
Yes.
She said it's hard to comment when you're focused on what you're doing.
Yes, and you know what? I think it's hard for me to read the comments when I'm focused on what I'm doing. So I'm keeping that snowflake in there just so that I know which direction it goes. Sometimes, even though it's a symmetrical piece or whatever, it does have a certain way it fits in there. So I'm placing this white piece on the back, and then I'm going to lift this up, and I'm going to flip it over, and I'm going to add some adhesive just in the middle and place it back in here. Okay? So that it pops up like that on the corner or on the edges of the snowflake. Now we can wrap this around. So, all right. And I think, are they all done there? All the comments? Okay. All right, awesome. I'm gonna wrap it from this side first so it can go through there. Okay, now we can go from the front to the back, and we're gonna tie right off to the side here. I don't want to ruin my snowflake on the back, so I'm trying to be really careful. So let's flatten it down so I can get my hand in there. The nice thing about this card flattening is you can flatten it when you add all your little fun decorations. So there is my knot. You don't have to get too fancy. You don't need a bow. You can just tie it in a knot. And then we can shift it if we need to. So there, we're going to look at the back, and we can kind of fold the card in a little bit so we can shift it so it goes right through the middle of that snowflake on the back. Like that. Okay? All right. It's coming together. I'm going to zoom in just a tad so you guys can see a little bit closer. And now we're going to put these pieces on. So this is glimmer paper, and on the back side you can definitely add adhesive. The front side is a little bit tougher. I'm just adding this about 3/8 of an inch below the top of the card. It doesn't matter. Wherever you think, you know, it's going to look best. And then this one here, I think is best to add with glue dots. I think glue dots fit best on the glimmer paper because they're thicker and they kind of like dig into the glitter. You know, did you see that? I was kind of jiggling my hand. They dig into the glitter. Yeah. Sometimes you just have to make gestures when you're explaining something. There. So there. Now that's on there like that. And then the front panel, we're going to stick on with glue dots. And I'm actually going to trim off. I'm going to look at my cheat sheet, my cheat card here. You guys can't see it yet. Oh yeah, I trimmed off this piece here. Not with my ribbon scissors though. Okay, do you guys know this? This is a good thing to do, especially if you have people using your scissors or you forget or whatever. If you have two scissors that are the same, mark one for your fabric, your material, your ribbon, and then keep the other one for your papers because paper will dull your scissors. So we're going to just snip that little stick part off because we don't want that on there. And we're going to look at the cheat card again.
Love the snow. Cecilia says, love the snowflake. Did you add wink of Stella to the flake? I looked away.
I did not. No. Is it glimmering? I did not use wink of Stella. In fact, I have been in love with certain products. I was just noticing that I tend to use the same products over and over again. I got to stop doing that. But no, I did not use wink of Stella, and I miss it. You could definitely use wink of Stella on this. And if I had enough of the velvet white paper, this would really look good with that. But I did not have enough of it because I used it all up. And I can't pre-order it anymore. I've already gotten my limit. So as demos, we do get limits on our pre-orders. But November 1st, I'm going to buy more of it. So this is just going to go across the front. And you want to make sure that you'll be able to get it into your envelope. So as you put it across the front, make sure it stays within or close to within your card, okay? I didn't put a glue dot back here because I was worried it might come off the card, but the rest of these, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 snowflakes have a glue dot behind them. And then we're just gonna grab our rhinestones.
Cecilia, I think that Rachel's just naturally puts off a glitter herself, and that's what you're seeing.
Oh, oh, that's cute. Thanks. Gonna make me turn red. All right. So then you just kind of decorate it up with some bling. So this is the glitzy stuff that I wanted to add. And again, you could use your take a pick tool, which might be easier, Rachel. Okay. So there. We'll just, oh, maybe not. I'm so used to using my paper snips for my embellishments that I forget that there's other options out there. There's lots of things that people do. I tend to use my paper snips to kind of hold them together on the side, but this works really well too. Oh, I love rhinestones. I think I have purchased 100 packs of these since they came out. Maybe more. All right, one more. And then we'll, oops, that one's sticking to me. Well, there we go.
Mary Jo, I'm glad that you finished your thought there. You had me a little nervous. Her first comment was, I just fell. And I was like, oh no.
Oh.
But then she finished her, well, wait, no, wait.
Oh, is it back that way?
In love with this set.
Oh, oh gosh, yeah, because if we hear that somebody's gotten hurt, it kind of alarms us even though we can't get to them, right? Oh my gosh. Thanks for finishing that comment too for me, because I probably would have read through these later and said, oh, and then...
April agrees with me.
All right. So now we have to put glue dots on the back of our joy. I still have that rhinestone stuck to me. It's underneath my fingernail. And I was just telling Julie how, you have to make sure your fingernails are clean when you go live. That is not a clean fingernail. It has rhinestones under it. Okay, so glue dot this to my scallop circle. And then this is going to get popped up with one dimensional. This is why you need a dimensional. Because you need one. You need, oh, well, you know what? Let's do two. Because then they won't go right... you know what, let's do this. Not even add them to the... Don't put them on that.
Anna would like you to repeat the colors if you could.
The colors, sure. Night of Navy cardstock, Night of Navy ink, Whisper White cardstock, and then this is my Silver Edge metallic ribbon, and it's white typically, but I colored it with Night of Navy blends marker. And I'm putting the dimensionals right on here because it'll help hold the ribbon in place. Do you hear my cat?
Mm-hmm.
I hear my cat. And then
cat.
silver glimmer paper. Yes, and you guys have seen my cat, I think. My cat has made a couple appearances. We love Lucky. So that goes right there. And this is where you sign the card. You just put your signature on the back and you wow everybody. Oh, that's not centered. You wow everybody with your beautiful card when they flip it over to read who it's from. It's just crazy. Like, whoa, there's even more. So
Yara said she's like us. She would go and wash her hands right now. She'd be afraid
Oh,
to mess her
good.
cardstock.
There's other neat, clean crafters out there, but I know a majority of us are not, and I just have to accept that I'm in the minority. Okay, this is done in Blackberry Bliss. So this was the original one I did, but I didn't have any more of this paper, and this morning I'm like, oh my gosh, I have to think of a new color. But I think it looks great in navy.
Yes, I do too.
Very striking. And then let me show you some other samples. So if you want to, you can take a screenshot of those. And then there's more. And again, you are, let's see here if I can do this. You are on my Facebook page with me right now. You can visit me on Facebook anytime. And then let's see, I love working with my little banners here. What's that one say? Oh yeah, and if you want to, you can visit my blog, because on Saturday I will post these cards. Directions, measurements will go on there along with this video, so you can watch it again if you have trouble finding it here on Facebook. So let me show you a couple other ones.
Terry, yes, Rachel always does her nails to match this project she's doing.
I do. Did you answer that or somebody else?
No, I did.
Oh yeah, it's a thing.
It's awesome. Okay,
so here is Under the Mistletoe designer paper. Maybe you're at the end already.
Could be, but it won't let me go back. Oh, now it will. Sorry. Go ahead. Go ahead.
We're learning. Okay. This is the Under the Mistletoe designer paper from the annual catalog, along with some of the white velvet paper, so that you can't see it, but trust me, you can hear it. It's it's velvety. It's very soft. It's like flock paper. And then this is one of the Snowflake trinkets, done with some old olive, because that's another color that's in the paper. and some white 1/8 inch sheer ribbon. I didn't do the back because this one wasn't my favorite, because then I went on and I designed this one, which is going to be going to the first prize winner today. So this card folds flat like this, and this is where that tree comes in that I told you I wasn't so fond of at first. But then when you open it up and stand it up, the tree goes beyond. It goes tall. So the tree, you know, anyways, and there's the back of that one. And that one has the same sort of look to it with some rhinestones in the middle and lots more room to sign your card if, say, your family's bigger than, you know, maybe it has like lots of people in it. So lots more than me. So that card will be a card that I gift to the prize winner. And then here's a couple other samples of cards that were done with the Snowflake Showcase products. So this one was done with that same snowflake swirl, only I used it as if it was a branch. And I put the flower images from the Happiness Surround set, the other coordinating stamp set, on there, so that it kind of covered up the snowflakey look and made those look more like little leaf pieces behind there. So that is done with the Happiness Surrounds. These were some make and takes that I got to do at my upline's house when we had a team meeting last week. Beautiful, beautiful, fun stuff. Some more of the snowflake set here, and that one again is called Snow is Glistening, and this was done with some of the champagne foil paper on there and some pearls, and there's the inside. Really pretty. And then here is another card that was done with the Happiness Surround set. So that one has more of the floral look to it. But you can get so many pretty cards and projects from this. I want to point out too, that I mentioned that they could fit into envelopes. So let's just get that off there. You can actually fold your card flat and it will fit into an envelope like that, one of our medium-sized envelopes.
Debbie is wondering what the name of the bundle is.
The bundle isn't, it's not a bundle. Sorry, it's they don't have a bundle. So you have 2 different stamp sets, and you have a set of dies, and then there's paper and embellishments, and it's just called Snowflake Showcase. So when you're seeing projects out there and stuff, that's what you'll hear it called, is the Snowflake Showcase. And if you visit my blog at stampyourartout.com, you can shop for these products. You can also find, there is at the end of all my posts, I put links to specials and promotions going on, and if you scroll, you'll see Snowflake Showcase. Click on that, because the more information page also has a link to the artisan website, the artisan blog, blog demonstrators that blog, and they have a blog hop where they did lots of beautiful projects with these products. Okay.
Where'd that go?
So we're gonna introduce some prizes here.
Rhonda says, any idea how to remember to add a little something inside?
Oh my gosh! Thank you for saying that. Okay, this card doesn't. Oh yeah, it does coordinate. Okay, so watch. You can fold them flat. Is this what you meant? You can actually fold them flat, and you can stick a gift card or money or something like that inside either level. If you want to put it in here, then they'll see it. But if you put it in there, you can mail it. But yeah, you don't have to put anything inside. You could put a photo on the front if you're a photo person. You could put it on the back. But yeah, it's not really an inside kind of card except for hiding something, right? But fun, so fun. These are the prizes, you guys. I hope you're all commenting so that you get in at least once, right? Actually, you only get in once. You get one chance. But if you comment, if you're quiet, if you're just sitting there, you should comment right now to get in on the prize drawing. The prize drawing is for a roll of my favorite ribbon and my favorite embellishment, my rhinestones and the silver edge metallic ribbon. So there will be a winner, one winner that I'm going to try to draw now with the new app that I'm going to use on my computer. We'll see. We'll see if it fails or if it works. And then the next prize winner, I'm going to draw live next time. That way, people who visit afterwards can still have a chance at getting in on that prize by commenting. You have like a whole week to watch the video. But you have to watch it on Facebook because that's where I'm going to draw from. Okay, so let's do this. Let's go to my computer. And I I am going to refresh my page here because I have to draw the website name. They call it the URL. I don't know what that stands for. Does anyone know what that stands for? I have to grab the URL from this post and see if it will allow me to do this live. I'm so excited. Okay, let's see if this will work. So there is the post that we're on, and I'm going to copy it. And now I'm going to bring you guys to my computer. Okay, let's see if we can do this. And let's get rid of that for a minute. Okay, so this is called commentpicker.com. All right, I'm logged in. Let's put the URL in here. And it says, yep, we've got the filter on. So how many people are with us today? Let's find out. 116 of you? Wow,
nice.
This is so much fun. Okay, so 116 people. You have a 1 in 116 chance of winning. So now I just click on this button, and I hope it will work while we're live. Look at, your name might be flying by. This is so cool that it works. Yay! Rebecca, you get the card. You get the card. I'm going to draw another winner because she's from the UK, so I can't mail her the product. So that means she's going to get the card because she's the first winner anyways. And I'm going to draw one more winner. And first let me click on this because I got to make sure I can get to her comment to remind her in case she had to step out or something. Okay, so let's make sure she, is it coming up? Oh shoot, I might not be able to. Let me try that one more time, because if I pick her, then I have to like scroll through all those comments and try to find her. Let's try it one more time. Maybe I clicked on it too soon. Oh boy. Oh, is that it? There she is. Okay, awesome. Oh, Rebecca, and I've seen your name before. I'm so glad. I'm going to write this right now in case you don't know. You, did it reply? You are a winner, Rebecca. Just in case, okay? I hope it replied to her. I clicked reply to her. Oh, maybe it didn't. Let's try that again. You are a winner. A winner. A winner. I can't spell fast. You are a winner. Okay. All right. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to this and I'm going to draw another winner. Now, if you're from out of the U.S., I can't. Yeah. Well, then we'll just call it another. I'll make another card. I'll make another card. But the last winner then we'll draw live when we are, we'll draw live when we, you know what, hang on. Oh, we're going to go with it. I forgot to refresh the screen. That's okay. Phyllis Sinclair, you are the other winner. Okay, so now I'm going to have 3 prizes. So let's go back to our table. So we're going to have one person be the winner of this card, and that's Rebecca. And then Phyllis, you're going to get this product mailed to you as long as you message me with your address, then I can ship that to you. And then next week we will draw for another winner, okay? That way we have another week for those of you that didn't stay live with us or whatever. You still have a chance, okay? And everyone gets one chance. But you got to comment to get that chance. And thank you to those of you that are sharing this video while we're doing it, or if you share it afterwards, I really appreciate that. And thank you, Julie, my best friend, for coming here and helping me with the prize. We love our giggles. So, yes, Julie is my best buddy ever. We have been friends forever. So I'm so glad that you were here with us today.
I'm glad I could be here.
And it was very helpful. Oh
Thanks.
my gosh. She did great. Okay, so one more thing. I will put links into the description of this video. So you will see links for the Snowflake Showcase products. I'm looking for another online paper crafting club member. So if you are somebody that purchases about $25 at least once a month, you might want to consider joining, because I'm looking for one more person and we're going to start soon. It's really easy. You can live anywhere in the US. And then I'll have links to the typical things like my website, my Stampers with Art group if you want to join in on the fun with all of us, the 2 catalogs, and then next week I will broadcast on Halloween. Yes, I will. It's not going to be a Halloween project though, because I can't do that. You won't have time to buy it. But I will maybe show some Halloween ideas. How does that sound? So, all right.
Will you be dressed up in costume?
Did someone say that?
I did.
No. Oh, now I have to think of a costume. That put put pressure on. Okay, we'll see. Anyways, thanks you guys, and congratulations to our 2 winners so far, and we have one more next week that we'll draw. Bye, everybody.
Bye.